There are a lot of scientists who are also researching about space and time. Donald Hoffman specifically says that space and time are tuned. So can you talk about that from a non-dual understanding?
Yes. Space and time are doomed in the sense that we used to think that space and time were inherent in reality itself, that the space and time were the medium within which and the universe, our experience, and so on, takes place.
That is now, that idea, as you said, more and more people,
and Hoffman and the others, they're realizing that's not true. Space and time is how reality appears when it is modulated through a human mind. A human mind consists of the twin faculties of thinking and perceiving. So when consciousness looks through a human mind at itself, that's all there is in reality to look at. Its experience of itself is modulated through the limitations of that mind. And the human mind consists of thinking and perceiving. So when consciousness looks through the faculty of thinking, it no longer knows itself as it truly is, because it's been mediated through the mind, through thinking. So when consciousness looks at reality through the faculty of thinking, it appears as time. When consciousness looks at itself through the faculty of perception, it appears to itself as space. So time and space are how the eternal infinite nature of consciousness appear to itself when it views itself through the faculties of thought and perception. We could say that thought and perception superimpose time and space onto reality, which is itself eternal and infinite. Eternal and infinite. Eternal must mean everlasting in time, and infinite doesn't mean without limits in space. It means not in time or space. So when consciousness looks at itself, when consciousness refracts itself through the faculties of thought and perception, its eternal infinite reality appears as time and space. Time and space are okay. It's not the time and space are a property of the mind, it's thinking and perceiving that is a property of the mind. The thinking and perceiving confirm time and space on reality. They make reality look as if they were time and space. But in reality, there's no time and space. And this is actually your experience. Well, this is something that's it might sound very abstract and philosophical, but let's just do a little experiment. Would you agree that your experience is taking place now?
Yes.
Would you agree that all experience takes place now?
Yes.
Now, can you step out of the now into the past, just for a moment? Has anybody ever left the experience we call now and visited the place we imagine called the past?
You just have like a remembrance of it, but we can't.
But the memory takes place now.
In the present, correct.
With our memory, we imagine the past, but we can't actually go there. With our imagination, we can imagine the future, but we can't actually step out of now and go into the future. So the past and the future are never experienced. They're imagined. But now is experienced. We are undoubtedly experiencing now. Now, since we've been talking, Amira, how many nows have you experienced? Only one. In your life, how many hours have you experienced?
Once.
Just one. And given that you've never experienced a past or a future, in other words, you've never actually experienced a line of time, how long does the now last?
It's not always zero, but it doesn't last.
It doesn't pass.
You're a second.
The now is not a moment on a horizontal line of time. It is the vertical dimension of being. But the vertical dimension of being intersects the horizontal line of time at the point we call now. So from the point of view of the mind, which imagines a line of time, the now is a moment, the present moment. But from the point of view of reality, now is eternity. So now partakes both of time and eternity. From the point of view of time, it is consumed as a moment. From the point of view of reality, it is eternity. Now, in other words, time is never actually experienced. That this is not highfalutin non-dual philosophy. It is philosophy, but it's the true philosophy that is derived from experience, not from abstract reason. If you go deeply into the experience of now, as you quite rightly say, that there's only now, there's only one now, that the now has no duration, and the now is not moving along a line of time. The now is stationary. Now, do the same experiment with space. It's more difficult with space. Would you agree that your experience is currently taking place here?
Yes.
Would you agree that your experience always takes place here?
It's true.
Have you ever been over there?
Only in imagination.
You've imagined, yes, but we've imagined the past, when we imagine the future, but we can't actually go
It's not reality.
We imagine over there. But when we try to go over there, it's like trying to go into the past. We realize it's always here. So our experience is always here. And here is not, it's not a location in space. That the here doesn't move through space. The here is not a place in space. It is the place where consciousness is. It is the place where I am. Just as now is not extended in 2 dimensions of time. The here is not a place in 3 dimensions of space. 3 dimensions of space are, it's an illusion created by the senses. And this is confirmed by our experience that we are always here. Have you not had the experience when you go traveling? You go on a long journey to the West Coast or something. When you arrive there, you have this uncanny feed. I've been here all the way. I haven't gone anywhere. It's always somebody asks you, how long did the journey take? And you pause and if you didn't take any time, it was now all the way. I was here. I was here now. The world moved through me. I didn't move through the world. It's perception that makes you think you move through the world. In reality, the here and now are not in time and space. They are the timeless, placeless place of consciousness. And it never goes anywhere. Sensations and perceptions flow through us, but we don't flow in them.
There's an inner consciousness on that.
Time and space are what consciousness looks like when mediated through the faculties of thought and perception. They're not really there. And we don't have too much time, but that is actually our experience. You can verify this. What I'm speaking is not, I haven't derived it from mathematics or from philosophy, or it's my experience. It's your experience. It's everybody's experience. But most people's experience is so overlaid with beliefs plus the apparent evidence of sense perception, that we don't realize that we're experiencing this. We're convinced that our experience takes place in time and space. And in contrast to that, what I'm suggesting seems to be abstract, highfalutin philosophy. It's the opposite. A belief in time and space, time and space are an abstract realm that nobody has ever seen or experienced.
Just concepts that are just...
It's concept. It's like, it's not, I said earlier, the mind, our faculties, thought and perception are like glasses that we wear. It's more like contact lenses. If you wear glasses,
I'm wearing contact lenses.
Okay. I bet you forget you've got contact lenses on sometimes. Okay. I never forget I've got glasses on. I'm always aware I'm wearing glasses. But you've got contact lenses on. They're so close to your eyes, you forget that you're wearing them. Now imagine your contact lenses were tinted green. Everything you see would be green. But because you've forgotten you're wearing contact lenses, you think everything is green.
Right.
No, it's not. And your contact lenses are green. Well, our thinking and perceiving faculties are like contact lenses. It's not like a pair of glasses or even a heavy VR headset. It's like contact lenses that consciousness is wearing, and the contact lenses are tinted with thought and perception. But it's so close to consciousness that we don't realize we're wearing the lenses of thought and perception. So we think time and space is out there. It's not. It's in the perceiving faculties. What's out there is the infinite. And of course, even to say it's out there is not quite right. That I'm making a concession to our normal, to common parlance. It's difficult. You see, our language has evolved to describe the content of experience. Time, space. Time and space are implicit in almost everything we say. So when we try to talk about these things, all we've got are these rather clumsy abstract symbols that were designed to describe things. And now we're trying to use them skillfully in a way to describe, or not really to describe, and can't describe reality, but to invoke reality in a way they weren't really meant for. So language is, but let me put another way. Nothing I have said today is absolutely true, with the possible exception of I am. Everything else is my very best attempt to not describe, but to evoke reality in the listener, using reason sometimes, using experiments sometimes, using analogies, metaphors, just to try and give us a taste. Cezanne said this beautiful thing about his paintings. He said, what I'm trying to do with my paintings is give people the taste of nature's eternity. He didn't say I'm trying to explain nature's eternity. Nobody can explain nature's eternity. But that's what the artist tries to do, to take us there, to give us the visceral experience or taste. And that's what I'm trying to do with my words, clumsy as they are. I'm not trying to describe reality. I acknowledge that can't be done. I am is the very best I could do would be to remain silent. That wouldn't be very efficient. The next best is I am, but even that is not efficient unless you really understand it. So some explanation is needed. And we do our best not to describe, but to evoke reality in our viewers, in our listeners, and in each other. How does this understanding work? This understanding, it's like we just take it into ourselves. We listen to it, we read it, we ponder it, we turn it over, our mind raises objections, we ask questions, we receive a response, we measure the response against our own experience, we ponder it. We just take this understanding in, we take in words, the ideas, we take them in, we let them do their own work inside us. We can't grasp reality. We take in this understanding, and it's like this understanding is like a dissolving, revealing agent. It just does its work inside our mind, a mind that is constantly pondering these matters, exploring them, pondering them, meditating on. The understanding does its work. We don't do it. The understanding does its work in us. And very occasionally, when this understanding begins to dawn on us, that there is a big aha moment. It may be that recognition may be accompanied by unusual signs in the mind and the body, but usually not. Usually the understanding just works in us as a dissolving, revealing agent, and it just gradually clears away all the doubts, all the obstructions, all them, and gradually reality reveals itself to us, but it comes in through the back door, doesn't come in through the front door. It steals up on us, begins to overtake us. And in a way, it's safest if it happens like that, because we can never claim anything. We never claim enlightenment or understanding, or there's no big event. It's just our vision of ourselves, of others, of the world. It's gradually purified of all our old beliefs and feelings. And more I experience that the world, it begins to lose its bailing power. The world begins to shine with its reality.
The forgetfulness.
There is a forgetfulness, the amnesia evaporates. And that is felt on the inside as a deep peace.